Hello everyone, welcome back to Hands On with Hanlon. This is the Disaster Strikes video. I decided to do body work, sand on the primer cars. You can tell the car is in primer by the previous owner, so I went to sand on it to kind of see what I've got. Sander is designed to go to dust and sand very easily. Not this sand, not this primer, excuse me. Sanding was not easy. I went to sand with a very coarse grit, and you can see the blotches on the sandpaper. That's a gooey primer mess that gunked up when you peel them off, they even come off and they're like a piece of gum, which is not designed to do. So I realized there was a problem. So I'm gonna go to old school and do stripper and blow. Use stripper and blow off the paint. And so now I'm going to show you some of the results I've done. I'm going to do a little bit of the roof while here on video, and I've done the hood and I've done the trunk lid. Come on over and let me show you what I got when I stripped off with a, let's see here, my stripper. I've got a little metal razor blade stripper. So I put the stripper on, and this is how it comes off, and it's with a little bit of stripper. It's like a gooey mess. It's not supposed to do that. So this is just from the hood. I'm going to try and be ecologically, excuse me, not economically. There's nothing about car building that's economically sound. Ecologically sound, and I'm going to dispose of that properly, but because it's got stripper, and you can see on the hood, I scraped it off, and it just comes off in a thick goo, and it was not sanding. So what I want to do real quick is scrape off the hood, the roof, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. I put some stripper on the roof last night, and now I'll kind of show you if my camera girl will come up here. That's one strip of from the roof, and the stuff under is extremely smooth. So, and you can just feel the lip of the primer. So, and this, I'm using some, typically this wouldn't work on auto body paint because it's too strong, but this stuff is, it smells good. It doesn't have all the chemicals, and it's way less harsh than the typical aircraft stripper. So I'm using that, and the paint's just, the primer's just coming off. So all is well. It's just going to be an extra step. If I had not been able to remove it, I would have potentially sold this project because it was so screwed up, and it just wasn't something. I did not want to just completely strip it off mechanically with a big grinder. So this is working out well. And I want to update on show you what the the trunk lid looks like. Now that I've gotten it done, I cleaned it last night, and it's ready for primer. Also, the underside, I wanted to show you real quick. This is just the bare underside of it. The left side, you can see I cleaned with just a Scotch-Brite and some soap, and then that's the original underside of the hood. So this is going to look as good as the under the hood will. But here's the side. I stripped this yesterday, and that's factory paint. That's just with 2 coats of stripper, and then I washed it down with soap and water, and it just came out. It's just absolutely wonderful. So this is the type of surface, and I don't know why they put so much primer on there. There's no rust holes. There's no problem. So that's a previous owner kind of doing something they thought was right, and it was just, or they just screwed up and they don't know how to shoot primer. So all right, everybody, thank you for subscribing to Hands On with Hanlon. If you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button, click like, and as always, safety is third, and stay greasy, my friends. All right, this is the Disaster Strikes second half video. I've been told by my editor and videographer that I apparently called this a stripper. This is definitely not a stripper. This is a scraper, and I apparently said this stuff was too strong, when in reality this stuff is typically not strong enough to strip automotive paint, but it's taken off this primer extremely easily. So this is a little bit cheaper, and this is less harsh, better for the environment. So that's a really good thing, that this less harsh paint stripping gel is working on my car. So I'm going to be using this, and after I'm completely done, I'll do a follow-up video. Thanks everybody.